I'm talking about 15th century, when Lagos was nothing, when Nigeria was nothing. 15th century, the Igbo man's presence has already been registered in an empire liberated and controlled by the Beninese. And that's why you can see traces like Oyimbo in Lagos was purely an Igbo community. So as at that 15th century, the father of that gave birth to Dr. Nnamdi Azikiwe, they was operating here. So many of them like that was operating here at Ajay Crowder. If you have read most of his book, you will discover that Igbos have started earlier enough contributing to the success of where we find ourselves. Those people can be called, Igbo Lagos, But when you're talking about Igbo in Lagos, you're talking about from the 19th century downwards. But that is, by the way, just to give you an insight, on what we are feasting on today. Nigeria, I can make references that, let me take it from the point where I still call his name anytime, any day, this kind of issue comes up. I'm talking about, the Gani Adams of this world, where he made it very clearly. He said, quote and unquote, there's no doubt about it. He said, there's no doubt about it, the Igbos are the Jews of this country. You know what it means? Tunde Bakare of the Latter Rain Assembly also attributed and agreed that Igbos are the salt of the nation. The salt, without Igbos, Nigeria would definitely lose its taste. Not only in Nigeria, everywhere. Because, the mobility nature is one, the resilience is another thing, perseverance is another thing, long suffering is another thing. These qualities that make a nation, that make individuals, that make communities, that illuminate. That was why they said in Biafra, Africa died. And in Biafra too, Africa would do what? Rise. Nnamdi Kanu said it very clearly, when he was in one of his speeches. He said, until the restoration of Biafra, Africa will continue to go down. That is the position. That is the status quo. Bro, this thing can be checked over and over again. This thing can be proven by anybody. He can go and cross-check. It's not something that is hidden. It's something anybody can find out by himself. Then what makes an Igbo man who he is today? That is another factor. It is something you can go and confirm. It is in their DNA. What makes Adolf Hitler of this world to go against the Jews of Europe? What did the Jews of Europe do? Because they has always been the pioneers of so many innovations, so many theories, so many things, and the only people that have tested an angelic food. Up to today, there is no foundation of civility, innovation, technology. You cannot find an Israeli or a Jewish man behind. There's no check. Is it electricity? Check. Is it plane? Check all of them. That is what Igbo man is. The fear of Igbo man breaking away, is the sentiment, of mystery we are seeing playing out on daily basis. Both the Northerners, both the Yorubas, they are looking at it. How does it manage to? It's a mystery. The Igbo man does not know how he is able to emerge from the ashes of war. And in less than few years from then, he has already been predicted to have dominated. They have given, that tag has already come, not from Igbos, but from observers, from watchers, from think tanks around the world, talking about these people. Who are they? Those mysteries, you can only get it from them through, being able, to imitate them. When the Northerners and the Yorubas fail to imitate the Igbos, on the way they do their things, it becomes a mystery to them. That's the fact. See, let me tell you, do you know what? After Israel as a nation has fought over 4,000 wars, in their history, today they became the strongest nation in the world. Yorubas and Hausas have never fought a modern war. Now this one where Britain, all of them gang up against Igbos. Let them go and test the might of the ingenuity discovered in the black man. The Yorubas themselves have to invite the British to come and intervene. Igbos never did. Igbos fought the British Empire for 40-something years before the penetration came. Compared to people that sat down in one place and was even inviting the enemy to come. Yorubas have never fought a modern war. And Igbos are not afraid to migrate. Mobility is inside them. Mobility is part of them. Discovery is part of them. Adventure is mysterious to anybody apart from them, because they are the only race in the Africa, in the black man world. Black man has a world though. The black skin has a world. Not these white men you are seeing. The black man that colonized India, Italy for 15,000 years. Africanus, the one that was named after Africa. Look at those great men in America, Malcolm X and all of them. They are all Igbo slaves. The DIA are there. Those who transformed America, what America is to them. Those black pioneers of human rights, they are all from this part of the world. They are all Igbos. You know, and you can see that consistently we have continued to show, you know, either by omission or commission, this is what we are and this is where we are coming from. Let me give you one clear example. The first military, bros, I'm talking about military, not even civilian. People who should, commandos in the history of this country was an Igbo man. Major General Agui Ironsi. Pioneers. Pioneers. I'm talking about pioneers. The first speaker, Jaja Nwachukwu. The first vice chancellor of Nigeria. We are the pace setters. Nobody can take that away from us. Even if Biafra goes today and there is problem, look at, let me give you an insight that we are beginning to understand the Nigeria factor. It's not like during the era of IBB, Abu Salami, Buhari, and all the funny things that has controlled this country in the past, down to Obasanjo himself. Immediately after the war, we took our time to start picking our pieces. That's like what happened to Moses when Moses broke the 10 Commandments and there was an amendment. The Igbos are on it, amending. That amendment, you know, people are not seeing it physically, but it's something, when you look deeply, you understand that once you remove illumination in the midst of darkness, it becomes total darkness. Nigeria as a name is darkness. The only light Nigeria have is in the midst of darkness. Is an Igbo man's ingenuity, as simple as that. So remove.
Other tribes, have you not?
Oga, I'm talking about in every hamlet there's a prince. There's no hamlet that does not have a prince. Igbos are the prince of this country called Nigeria. Breadwinner, that's what I mean. When I talk about prince, I'm talking about breadwinner, Mr. Christian. I'm talking about breadwinner. Jesus Christ of Nazareth have siblings. Abi? But he was the star of the family. You should understand that. Among the 12 tribes of Israel, God chose Joseph. Joseph was the breadwinner, was the illumination. Don't tell me that there are. Don't tell me that, you know, there are. We don't have other people who are mainly on a structural agenda. Why is it that they suddenly, the River State governor employed an Igbo man in Igbo man's territory, colonial territory, Biafran territory? The Northerners are saying that why should Governor Simi Fubara employ an Igbo man? Nah, why for them? Oh? I don't want to tell you what is going to happen because I don't want to unveil that secret in the public like this because I know, that it is bottled up. The woman is bottled up. They should understand what I mean. Anybody should understand what I mean. Anybody that's watching this video should share it. Get away, you. Share it. We are no longer, even before the colonial days, when they were killing Igbos they started killing Igbos in Nigeria in 1953 under the watch of the British colonial masters. Igbos, you can see what Carlo Benjamin, the deputy speaker, said. He said Igbo's blood is enough. Nobody should protest. He said it. Is it not a national figure? Countlessly. But the restoration of the kingdom. See, when I look at Mazin Nnamdi Kanu, I think I have some kind of something. When something becomes a mystery, it becomes difficult to define. Biafra has become a mystery. And it will be very difficult for anybody to define it. But for those who knows it, they know the beginning and they know the end. Bros, we have started the migration because they said a journey of 1,000 miles begin with a step. I'm giving you deep instances of what Igbos is in Nigeria. See, it's just that we are not innovative, we are not decisive, we are not, pragmatic. Let me use that word, pragmatic. If Nigeria is a pragmatic, bro, there's nothing wrong with throwing away the name Nigeria, put it in dustbin, set it on fire, burn it. I think that's what they're doing in the north now. They are burning down anything that has to do with Nigerian flag. Punt it completely. It is coming. Bros, it shall be this generation. Nigeria will not escape it. The calculated attempt, if I tell you the genesis, what Igbos are, apart from regeneration, I just use the word regeneration. The Kogis, the Benues, the Tarabas, the Niger, these are Greater East Central State, acknowledged by the Portuguese. Then akpọrọ onye Igbo tinye n'ọchịchị na Rivers State, onye Hausa amanienu. Bottled up anger. See, we can never forget the day when Colonel Odumegwu Ojukwu of the blessed memory, two people. See, we cannot talk about it because we are the children of the oppressed, and we cannot allow it either by hook or crook. We cannot, under any form, we cannot allow it. No, we cannot. My own father lost 9 graduates. What did they read that time? I'll be grade what? Yes, standard 6. Grade what do they take qualify them as at that time? 9 went to war. Up to today, we have not seen them. 9. My grandfather has 11 children from 3 women. My father went to Biafran War. My own father that gave birth to me. But the only smile, the only thing that he always put on his face is when he heard that Owasirike mass mobilization for the sovereign state of Biafra. Only the concept is too much. That everything you are seeing mess up is going to be, we're going to, see, me, I will not go agree, oh. Bros, I'm not going to agree because Nigeria has rejected me and I cannot reject myself. If Nigeria have rejected me, I will not reject myself. Nigeria has rejected Igbos. So Igbos should reject themselves. No, it cannot happen.
People cannot reject themselves. Yes.
Why would that one make us Biafrans? Even after, okay, the rain or mockery, funny enough, I don't know, I don't want to use vulgar words on you. But I still want you to go back to the history. It's trending everywhere. Up to today, they are still making references to the issue I had with Reno Mockery online. Igbo should distance themselves from anything. Don't follow him. Remove Reno Mockery because he does nothing but a walking stick that Igbos will use to walk anywhere they want to go. His likes. When we talk about the colonies that made up Biafra, we know colonies. The British government knows the colonies that made up Biafra. America knows the colonies that made up Biafra. The Portuguese will bring out evidence of colonies that made up Biafra. We cannot stop talking about it. Nigeria have not given an Igbo man a space to breathe. And we must not give Nigeria a space. The only space we will give Nigeria is the space to go to the grave. We have lost, bro, do you know what is called Kwashoko? If they have told you the story of the gang up during the war, 7 million Biafran children. Bro, you know understand what I mean? I read one article either on this day or on Vanguard or thereabout, you know, where a writer was reminding Nigeria, a writer in a national newspaper was reminding Nigerians, Nigerian government, and of course, making reference to Sanwo-Olu and all the Arab Yorubas who initiated the Igbo Must Go campaign. Listen and listen carefully. Victimization, ruggedity, conquest, adventure, military adventure, commando-like is in Igbo man's DNA. That's what the guy told them. Forget that they pretend as if they don't know what is playing out, you know, psychologically. Yeah, no. I always say that the humble looking of a lion does not mean that the lion is what? Weak. The Igbos, they continue to push Igbos to the wall. Even though we have contributed by omission or commission, Igbo man know they stay for office. Igbo man is made for the sun because we are from the land of the rising sun. The sun is the mystery of the Igbo man's energy. The sun rises from the east. Igbo man becomes energetic because as a result of the sun. That's why they say the land of the rising what? Sun. And sun, you know what I mean. If you enter inside, whether you be metal or anything, you feel them. Let nobody go to that extent the second time because the build-up, the Igbo network, it's just like what they are trying to tell Tinubu today. The American military veterans of Igbo extraction made it very clearly that Nigeria must collapse. They said it. They told him. We are watching. The world is taking notes. Forget what Elena, the foreign affairs minister of the Finnish ambassador to Nigeria of the Finnish government, came out and said, even though she was not categorically clear on his decision of what he intended doing, you know, but that statement is actually misguided statements. And they have taken the likes, the man himself, Simon Ekpa, to a very, advanced movement recently where he had, a relationship with the congressmen of the United States of America. We know our direction, we know where we are going. And the world must understand that, the political bloc building up in Africa, in West Africa, in the Middle East, in Europe, in Asia, is geared towards transforming the political space that will give birth to Biafra. People, you need to hear it and understand it. You need to hear it and understand it. What is the contribution of the Northerners to the development of Nigeria? They wait for the crude oil, they liaise with the Yoruba Arabs, they steal the whole crude oil from the Biafran land, they use it to build Lagos, and you say woman should not stay there. Da! It's not possible. Bro, let them not see this. I am not in a government-paid media house. We have broken the jinx. This is not a government-paid media house where you... No! We tell you, for you to understand that we believe that Ebe Berugo go very... In case you can be, what did the Igbo man say? He said, but please, he said I should not be here. Take me to where I want to be, or you say I should be. As simple as that. And the world is working on the ideology and the philosophy that gave birth to the agitation for the restoration of a nation that have existed for over 4 years.